Okay, so the strategy just fired its signal for May 2025, and as you can see, it's the official TradingView domain here. So this is 100% legit. It's not something which I made up. And you can see that this is the strategy, and it entered on this candle. And if you look at the close price of this candle here, you see that it's 20051, right? And now if you look at the signal which got issued for the strategy, you can see that it's 20051 at 1930, right? So around 7:30, exact, right? There wasn't even, a millisecond delay with the issue of the signal. And so you got like a very good entry here. And now let's look at the NinjaTrader instance. Let's see how that's doing on the VPS. So you got an entry at 20081, which is slightly above, but because it was a market entry, you can see that this candle closed at around 20051 as well, but because it was a market entry, we got it at slightly higher. But let's see how this plays out overall, because NinjaTrader is based on a different data stream, but maybe the close price would also be higher, right? Let's see, I'll update you in the next video. Right, so this is the second video which shows the strategy in real time right now. So if you look at the candle here, there we go, right? So another profitable month, another profitable trade. As you can see, the domain is tradingview.com. So this was issued in real time, right? And I was just tracking the trade. And as you see, the alert just got issued right now. And let's say if you look at the close price, you see, exactly 20105 here. And let's look at the profit for this month. Yep, we made $52,000, so around $53,000 from the strategy this month. So now let's refresh the chart. Okay, so maybe the stable data takes some time to update based on experience. If you look at the previous videos, you will see that this one also took some time to upgrade, but there you go. This is live market demo that the strategy actually works, right? And actually produces trades, and you saw it close a trade in real time. And so now let's look at the NinjaTrader instance. Okay, so you can see that this is doing kind of well, but it still hasn't closed the trade yet, right? Because I told you it's in a different data stream. And it also has a double check feature, which ensures that if you have these kind of late entries like we do with like the market order, it double checks this value here to make sure that you make more money than what you bargained for. So let's see this trade play out actually, and I'll update you with like a third installment of this video with the NinjaTrader instance closed. Okay, so this is the third installment for the video where we saw how the strategy performed in TradingView, and we had a profitable trade. But then in the NinjaTrader instance, let's see what happened. So we go to account, and there you are. I don't know if you can see this properly, but yeah. So the account did make money, as you can see here, but it's not as much as we expected, right? So you look at the value here, right? So it's around 30K, 14K, and so on. But this is like, generally decent. And the reason for this discrepancy is because the entry price was slightly above in TradingView. But in terms of like executions, you can see that the strategy in TradingView fired at 20051. But because these entries were slightly delayed, right, there was less money which was made. And you can see that the exit is around the same price, right? So this is not a cause for too much concern, because firstly, something to keep in mind is that this strategy has a lower limit, right? And so the lower limit for, for example, like the elite is 22K, right? And for the gold is 11K, and for the silver is 3K, and for starters $450, right? It's never going to make below that, right? And if it ever, which is very rare in its backtesting history, if it ever has a losing month, you make up for it the following month. But I want to show you something interesting in this video. So although, like, you can see here that entry was slightly delayed, right? Because of which we made less money. Now the beautiful thing about NinjaTrader is that you can test this again after uh, the work has been done using this feature called playback. So now if you look at the playback for this exact trade, and let's say I play it right now. Okay, so you would see that the playback also showed the slippage, right? So instead of entering here, we ended up entering at 20092, which is like actually worse uh, than our original entry, right? So now if you just play this trade in maximum speed, you would see that it would give you a different value, because as this plays out, you see that our trade closed on this candle, right? But because this is too close to that candle, we need to wait for the following candle for the trade to close, right? And then you see that this closed, and then we made 41K here, but in the simulation we made 29K, or like close to around like 30K, right? So this is the problem. So now how do you fix it, right? And see, this is the good thing about paying for a subscription, that as soon as any problem, any issue comes about, uh, we can always fix it together, right? Like, we are constantly improving the strategy, and any problem which you have, or anything you identify which is a discrepancy in the market, we can instantly install safeguards in the strategy to fix it, right? So as soon as I realized that there was a slight discrepancy between what we made in TradingView and what was made here, I immediately implemented a fix, so now just to show you that fix, I'm just going to go back and reset this chart a bit. Okay, bear with me. Yep. So now, as you saw clearly that we missed the exact entry price by some amount of points, because of which the what you saw in TradingView was what you got in NinjaTrader, and the playback actually validated that, and it actually gave us a worse entry than the one in NinjaTrader. So with that said, let's see how it works with my fix in place. Okay, so this is using limit orders, right? So like next time we sort of see that the entry has slipped from the issue signal, we immediately place a limit order at the issue signal, uh, and then we wait for the price to like touch it, right? So hopefully you know they it's gonna touch it if it's around that area. If it's not, then it just times out and has a market entry. But either way, it's like this fix is what now allows you to have the same results as what you saw in TradingView, and slightly better, right? And as you saw that playback was a bit hard, in terms of getting the entry further off, right? So if it got it proper here, then it's going to be proper, right? And moving forward. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show, is that although like we try our best to like make the strategy work, there's sometimes edge cases which come up, and as it sort of rolls on, it's like it's going to get even more profitable, and it's going to get better with its executions, and it's an ongoing sort of process. But as it is right now, it's like you can never sort of like make like below the threshold amount, and it's very rare, and if you do, you'll easily make it back using a recovery feature. So with that said, I look forward to updating you on the trade on June, as well as other updates and edits on the strategy.